What's up, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Today we have some exciting news on XRP. Swift just hosted a hackathon and winners were announced. This sounds interesting.
Who's coming at the XRP army next? They keep shooting and we keep dodging those bullets. Bring it on, baby. We got the truth on our side. Happy Friday. While most are distracted by World War III, the nuke narrative, we're laser focused on the financial system that's changing right in front of our eyes. A controlled demolition. Trust your gut, follow your instinct, and stick to the plan. Stay patient, baby. It's coming.
As always, welcome to Money Side, your favorite crypto channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get updates on the latest videos. Don't forget to smash that like button, and you can always leave a comment or question in this section below. Guys, Novati Payments just announced the launch of a fiat-backed stablecoin, AUD, A-U-D-D, which will go live on Stellar blockchain on the 1st of November, 2022. And if you remember vividly, this company is also in partnership with Ripple. What's even more interesting is that back in 2021, Novati-Ripple partnership expanded their reach into Thailand. And all this was happening while Ripple was still in court with the SEC.
Yes, Peter Cook, I'm the CEO of Novati Group Limited. We've been listed on the Australian Stock Exchange for about 6 years and have been a partner in RippleNet for about 2 years. Our customers break into two: other fintechs, banks, financial intermediaries, where we are primarily providing an infrastructure layer or ecosystem for them to enable them to further their financial services and payments. And then we've got many hundreds of end merchants and businesses that use us to complete payments, whether it be issuing, acquiring, or cross-border payment services.
RippleNet is here to stay, despite what is currently happening in court with the SEC. And I honestly think the biggest character flaw of the regulatory body is the lack of clarity. Plus, their story keeps changing day in and day out. One moment they seem to be pro-crypto, the next they announce an all-out war on the crypto community. Like right now, it just so happens that Gary Gensler thinks all stablecoins are securities. Can you believe that? Here's something you should listen to. Uber states, boom. And this is why Ripple was sued and Gary Gensler is still going on. And this is why Gary is now declaring stablecoins to be securities as well. And no, stablecoins do not eliminate counterparty risk. And that's the actual truth.
Jamie Dimon really continued to beat down on it. He said very recently that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are nothing but a decentralized Ponzi scheme.
Yep. So let me qualify my statements on this, because I'm an investor in JP Morgan as well. I have a lot of respect for him. He may be one of the most successful banking managers in the history of that sector. However, that was an uninformed statement. And it was not helpful at a time when we're trying to drive regulation through two different bills on the Hill right now. I, along with many other private investors, have been spending a lot of time in Washington on this. Essentially what Jamie said there, he was talking his book. This is my interpretation. He feels threatened by some of this technology, particularly around payment systems, because banks make money transferring assets. It's a cost of friction in the system. And one of the only reasons that I invested in Circle, and I'm an investor in Circle, I'm supporting their initiative, and I'm a big believer in what stablecoins can do, is it's time to get rid of that friction. And it's not important that banks be protected so that they can make fees from that friction. When you transfer the US dollar into the Swiss franc to buy Nestle on the Zurich exchange, these banks add zero value. There's no value created in ACH transfer fees. If we could use a stablecoin that was regulated and approved by both sides of that transaction, it would be more transparent, it would be much faster, it would definitely be more productive, but above all, I would save millions of dollars. And so would everybody else. I can't wait till we can do that, because that kind of innovation should be supported, and it is. And that's why we're all here. This isn't about, speculation on asset price. This is about reducing the fees of how the world's economies work. More transparent, more productive, completely auditable, regulated, but less expensive. So does Jamie Dimon feel threatened? You're damn right he does. That's a big part of how he makes money. Too bad.
Stablecoins and CBDCs will, without a doubt, change the financial game. This type of thinking is what we need in the regulatory body. It seems the SEC is operating from a biased point of view, and that's why Gary Gensler keeps seeing the whole crypto community as a threat. Every single day, the regulatory body is issuing warnings to the crypto world without any consideration of their impact to this world. And every single day, they get quoted saying the wrong thing. Does that sound like the body that should be in charge of regulating a community that they don't believe in? Mind you, the crypto world is a vast community that's growing every single day in terms of market cap. So, do you want to tell me that all those crypto investors were so sold in with the crypto Kool-Aid that they decided to invest their money in this world? Hell no. So when Gary says statements without thinking about the consequences, we need to be careful, and someone should warn him about doing that. I do believe XRP is here to fix the challenges in the financial world and also usher in the next phase of cryptos. That alone is enough to invest in this crypto, but we all know that Ripple and their tech team have a lot more in store for us. This is the perfect time to go all in on XRP and ensure you secure your future in the financial world.
You recently won access to some documents you were seeking. Both sides have also asked for summary judgment. So maybe give us kind of an update.
State of the state.
The state of the state. Where do things stand, and what's the significance of where we're at?
Well, it's great to be here. It has certainly been a busy couple of years. As you said, the SEC first filed a lawsuit against Ripple and actually myself and Chris Larson in December of 2020. So it's been almost 2 years. And, look, I think at the beginning of this, we actually made the public statement that, like, this isn't just about Ripple. This is really about the whole industry. And I think at the time in December 2020, people were like, no, it's not about the whole industry. Today, I think everyone acknowledges how important this is for the U.S. and the U.S. leadership around crypto. This is obviously, I think everyone would agree now, a pretty bellwether case. Where the case stands now is both sides, the SEC and Ripple, have filed motions for summary judgment, which basically means, hey, we don't think we need a trial. This isn't a question about the facts, it's a question about the law. We think the law is very clear. And the judge, those will be fully briefed and in front of the judge by mid-November, and then the judge will take as much time as the judge wants to take to make that decision. One thing you commented on that I think is worth spending 1 second on, the judge, so there's some notes associated with for the crypto industry, a very well-known speech that Bill Hinman gave in June of 2018. And in this speech, he said that ETH had, I'm paraphrasing, but ETH perhaps had been a security, but it transitioned to not be a security because of its decentralization. And, that's not actually what the law says. What the law says, there's no mention in the Howey test about decentralization, but that speech was really, really important. And the judge now, over the last 18 months, has ordered the SEC to turn over the notes associated with that speech 6 times. So the recent discovery ruling that went our way is just the 6th time. And the only reason I mention that is because the SEC obviously celebrates disclosure. It celebrates transparency. Like, why can't we do the work as the SEC and as a federal government to actually define and provide clear rules of the road? And if we had those, I think everyone would actually, the industry in the U.S. could thrive, much more easily than what we're dealing with now.
Is it going to pay for digital transformation? What is the what do you think crypto allows for today, and what do you think it creates for tomorrow in terms of digital transformation?
I think at the core, what cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies represent is the ability to remove friction from transactions of all kinds, all shapes, all sizes. I think we started with, as you pointed out, money is at its core, and certainly what Ripple is doing around cross-border payments, taking friction out of those transactions that are error-prone and slow and expensive. Look, I believe these technologies will impact many different verticals across enterprise as well as consumer. The thing about the disruption piece that I would just offer is I think unlike some earlier waves of technology innovation in Silicon Valley, there was an ethos that I think became kind of well known in Facebook's era of move fast and break stuff. Uber certainly accentuated that. And in some ways that worked maybe at that place in time. But when you're talking about people's money, the idea of moving fast and breaking stuff is a really bad idea.
And so we have thought much more about, let's not be disruptive technologies, but constructive technologies. And I think there's still people in the crypto community who certainly start with disrupt, down with government, down with banks. We take a very different point of view. And I think increasingly many people who are here at Milken from the crypto community are very much, how do we solve real problems? How do we improve people's lives? How do we, you and I backstage are talking about remittances. There's so many examples where you can actually do very good for society in a way that helps grow that industry.
As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can always let us know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.